YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today is Thursday, May 12th, 2022, and I hope y'all are safe and healthy. Now, today is update day, and I am super excited. I know a bunch of you are as well. I know by the time this video gets uploaded, most of you are going to be snoozing. I work night shifts, though, and I had some free time. I had some clips saved up from a build, and I wanted to get it posted. And so I thought, why not? I've got a few other builds that I didn't get to post from the last update. I think they will still be viable this update, but we're going to make sure before I get them posted. But anyways, I want to show you guys my Negotiator Dilemma build, and we are going to start with the gameplay. And as always, we will follow it up with the build breakdown. YouTube, roll the clips.
Let's do this.
Serious trauma detected.
Okay, guys, let's take a look at the build. We are running the Gunner specialization. We are using the Honey Badger with Strained, and we have the Coyote's Mask, 1-piece Fenris, and then 4 pieces of Negotiator's Dilemma, and we are using this as an all-red DPS build. Here's a look at the specialization tree. We like this for PvE because I like the armor on kill. I also like the ammo reload, and this is just my favorite one to work with as a when I'm doing PvE content. For our primary weapon, we are running the Honey Badger. I've got damage to targets out of cover in the 3rd spot, and then Strained as our talent, which says gain plus 10% critical hit damage for every half second that you are firing your weapon. Then this stacks up to 5 times. For the secondary, I am using the exotic shotgun, the Scorpio. You guys already know what this thing does, man. This is one of my favorite guns to run as a secondary option. It's also viable as a primary option as well. And if I'm not running the Scorpio as my secondary, then usually I'm running the Sweet Dreams. For the mask, as mentioned, we are using the exotic mask, the Coyote's Mask, which comes with weapon damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and then a critical hit damage mod, and then the talent pack Instincts. I think you guys pretty much know what this does. This exotic has been around for a while. It gives you critical hit chance, critical hit damage, depending on how far you are from the enemy you're shooting at. You guys can pause the video and read this talent. On our chest piece, we are running the Fenris chest piece, which is going to give us that 10% assault rifle damage. And we've got weapon damage, critical hit chance, and a critical hit damage mod. For the talent, we chose to rock Focus on this, and this says increases total weapon damage by 5% for every second you are aiming while scoped 8 times or higher, and this goes up to 50%. On our holster, this is our first piece of Negotiator's Dilemma, and we've got weapon damage and critical hit chance. For the knee pads, this is our second piece of Negotiator's Dilemma. This is going to give us 15% critical hit chance. And then we've got weapon damage and critical hit damage rolled onto these. And for the gloves, this is our third piece of Negotiator's Dilemma, which gives us 25% critical hit damage. And we've got weapon damage and critical hit damage. And I'm going to go ahead and read you guys the 4-piece bonus here on the gloves. And it says hostile negotiations, says critical hits marks enemies for 20 seconds up to 3 marks total. When you hit a critical hit on a marked enemy, all other enemies that are marked take 60% of the damage dealt. And it also says whenever a marked enemy dies, gain plus 2% critical hit damage, stacking up to 20 times or until combat ends. And last but not least, we are running the Negotiator Dilemma Backpack. This is our 4th piece, and this is also going to give us the Critical Measures talent. And this talent reads, increases hostile negotiations damage to additional marked enemies from 60% to 100%. For my first skill, I'm using the Crusader Shield. Now, hear me out. People are saying these shields are getting an extreme nerf and not going to be a thing no more. While that may be true to an extent, people are using shield builds with Lady Death, with all other builds, not just with NSYNC. So I think shields are still going to be around and viable. Just NSYNC is what got the nerf, not the shield. Now, when your shield breaks, yes, you're going to get disoriented for a little bit, but it's going to be a tickle. It's not going to be much. The reason I like the shield on this build is because I can shield peek and take out the enemies without getting shot. Now, shield peeking is for trash bags in PvP, but for PvE, if it's in the game, why not use it, right? I mean, they're not nerfing it, so why not use it? For my second skill, I like to use the Assault Turret. Now, it's not going to do insane damage, but it's going to draw aggro, and it's going to lay down some cover fire when you're reloading and things like that. Taking a look at our stats, we are at 54% critical hit chance and 147% critical hit damage. Now, that is not taking into consideration the brand set bonus and also our talent Strained and the Coyote's Mask. All that stuff combined is going to give us well over 200% critical hit damage. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's build video. Try the build out. Let me know what you think. Leave me a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me a comment if you have a better Negotiators build. I will definitely try it out. And now this was videoed prior to today's update. However, I already had the gameplay and all I needed to do was make the voiceover. So I wanted to go ahead and push this out. This build is not getting touched, so it's still going to be viable. Negotiators is still a very powerful DPS build. And this is still a very powerful way to run it. And you can still solo legendary missions. So, yeah, guys, give it a try. And subscribe for more content in the future. We will see you guys in the next video.